Hello, I am so excited because today we will be diving into our crochet handicraft series by learning some essential crochet basics. By the end of this video, you'll know how to start a crochet project with a slip knot, how to hold a crochet hook, how to start a crochet chain, and how to count stitches on a chain. This video is going to be very short and super basic, but absolutely necessary in order to be successful at crochet. Be sure to stick around because I'm going to share the secret sauce that no one tells you about that will get you perfect crochet stitches every time. Now, before we get started, I'd really appreciate if you just took a moment to subscribe and share this video with a friend who loves crafting, or maybe a homeschool mom who hates crafting. In fact, that's why we do this work, to create a homeschool curriculum for fellow homeschool families who aren't crafty. Thank you for doing that. We really appreciate it and it helps us grow. Now, you're welcome to watch this video as much as you want, but what's really going to help is if you get some yarn and a crochet hook and do it with me. That's really how we learn, right? Now, I'm using Easy Peasy yarn by Woobles. The reason I'm using this yarn is it shows a very clear stitch when we're doing tutorials. Now, on the ball band, it suggests a size 5 crochet hook, so that's also what we'll be using. And that's all you need to get started. Now, most crochet projects start with a slip knot, so let's start with that. There are a million fancy ways of doing this. We're going to keep it simple. Leaving a bit of a tail, make a circle with the yarn. Then take the tail and bring a loop up from behind the circle like this. Pull it a little to tighten it. This loop is going to go on your crochet hook. Tighten it around the hook by pulling each side, but not too tight. If you want more practice or you just don't like it, just pull it apart and it's gone. Let's do it one more time. Make a circle, then take the tail and bring up a loop from behind and pull it to tighten it. Now that we have our slip knot, we're going to create a chain. This is going to be the base of many of your projects. Now, the uniformity of your stitches, and therefore the look of your final project, is going to depend a lot on how you hold your yarn and your hook. So let's talk about that before making the chain. You will notice that everyone has their own variation of how they hold their yarn and hook. So I'm going to show you what works for me, and then you can decide whatever works for you. I hold the yarn in my left hand and the hook in my right. I thread the yarn through my fingers like this. This way I can control the tension with my finger. Now, tension, my friend, is the secret sauce. Tension is everything in crochet, and it's the one thing that no one talks about. Tension is how tight or loose each stitch is. It's controlled by the weight of your yarn, the size of your hook, and by how tightly you hold the yarn. With each stitch, you control how big you allow each loop to get. This must be the same throughout your project or it will look crazy, like this. So keep this in mind as we move forward. To make a crochet chain, hold the yarn in place and grip the base of your slip knot with your left hand, like this. Make sure you're not holding the tail. With your hook facing up, you're going to go under the yarn and hook it. Then turn the hook downwards and pull the yarn through the slip knot and face the hook upward again. Notice I pull it through enough that it's not going to be super tight. Now let's do it again. And again. If you ever have trouble pulling the yarn through the loop, you've probably made it too tight. So here's how you're going to fix that. Let's go to the yarn that you have hooked and pull the loop on your hook just a little bit so that it's looser. Now try again. Every few stitches I'm going to change my grip and I'm going to hold the chain stitch I just made. I'm going to make a chain of 10 stitches. Now here's how you count them. Here's the slip knot we made. We don't count that as a stitch. Do you notice how the chain kind of looks like a braid? Or a series of the letter V? Well, each V is a stitch. So if we were to count this chain, we would count each V like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's as far as we're going to go this video. In our next video, we're going to learn how to do a single crochet. In the meantime, practice your chain until each stitch is the same. Have fun, and we'll see you in the next video.